One Zambia, one nation, and thank you for joining us on Zanis News. To present, my name is Juliet Mtale. The headlines. Lufwanyama Town Council procures earth-moving equipment. Government boosts climate change programs. Plus, Chikondi Cooperative empowered with farming machinery. From the Copperbelt Province, Agrippa Silumbe reports that Lufwanyama Town Council has acquired 2 earth-moving equipment worth over 3 million kwacha. District Council Chairperson Annie Kapandula says the equipment is meant to help accelerate the implementation of projects in areas that are not accessible by road. Let's take a look in this report.
It is an 18-ton roller compactor and 25-ton tipper truck ready to be put on the construction sites. The 2 brand new earth-moving equipment have been procured by the Lufwanyama Town Council at the cost of over 3 million kwacha to help in the construction and maintenance of feeder roads.
We used to hire from our farmers, from our mines, which was very expensive on the part of the council. Hiring earth-moving equipment is very, very expensive. So when we sat with management, we thought, let's buy our own to cut on the costs.
The local authority wants to ensure that most communities become accessible by road.
These earth-moving equipments is going to help Lufwanyama Town Council. We're going to help the community. As a council, we are into service delivery. As a council, we need to ensure that the roads are done.
Both equipment have been acquired using locally generated funds. Reporting, I'm Agrippa Silumbwe, Lufwanyama District.
In Central Province, Kabwe Central Constituency has received 1.2 million kwacha to grade 6 kilometers of roads in Kalonga and Katondo wards. Area Member of Parliament Chrysosta Piri says the constituency has further lobbied for an additional funds to grade more roads in the area. Details in this report.
A good road network, especially township roads, has been a major cry for the people of Kabwe. Kabwe Central Member of Parliament, Chrysosta Piri, says the constituency has received money to grade 6 kilometers of roads.
The money that we received is 1.2 million, 1,250,000, which we are going to use to grade 6 kilometers of road. This road is about 2.4 kilometers. And another road from here today, we are flagging off 2 roads, Kalonga Ward and Katondo Ward. There where we are going to do a Polo Road, which is about 3.60 kilometers. This specific road that we have our chairman and our district commission is a very important road in Kalonga Ward because it's leading to the shopping places, the market, it's leading to schools. Right now, during the rain season, this road, if you see this, we have got Kalonga Secondary here. Sometimes it's flat.
Road Development Agency engineer contracts Reggie Moyo shares the scope of works to be done.
So the scope basically is we're going to do road formation and then we're going to do regraveling. I think as she has mentioned as well, some sections or points you find there's ponding there. So we're going to raise the road at that section so that whenever it rains, water won't be able to pond. Water will be able to drain. And then we'll also do some drainage work, some culverts that we're going to install on this road, even also on the other road, so at least there's flow of water whenever we go into the rainy season. So basically it's road formation, regraveling, and even doing drainage works. The schedule for both of these roads should be about 35 days, which means that this one being the shortest, we shall do less, almost about 2 weeks.
Beneficiaries are happy with the works.
When this road is done, it will reduce the cost of transportation going into the compound.
Very much obeyed what the government is doing for this road because this road has been so bad for a quite long time. So on behalf of the community and everyone who is doing business here, I would say thank you so much.
Kelvin Tembo for Zanis in Kabwe, Central Province.
Thank you, Calvin, for that report. This time around, we move to the western part of the country. Kaoma's Central Member of Parliament, Morgan Sitwala, is impressed with the quality of works done on the completed 1x3 classroom block at Kankomba Primary School. The classroom block has been completed at a cost of over 300,000 kwacha under the 2021 Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Sifue Mwangala has the details.
Constituency Development Fund plays an important role in equitable distribution of national development. In Kaoma Central Constituency, the provision of quality education will become a reality after the completion of a 1x2 classroom block at Kankomba Primary School that was funded under the 2021 Constituency Development Fund. Kaoma Central CDF Chairperson Mukinge Kakungu disclosed the cost of the building.
The total cost for this building, which is a 1x2 classroom block, was 304,000 kwacha. So if you look around, that is almost the same amount for a 1x2 classroom block. So if you add up mathematics, we had only about 5 targets and the whole 1.6 was consumed.
Meanwhile, Kaoma Central Member of Parliament is impressed with the local contractor, Built It Africa Contractors, for completing the project on time.
What is very, very prominent, like you may have seen, 5 projects awarded. And the one which is completed now is the one which is being done by a local Kaoma-based contractor. We are so happy. And I think really it just justifies the call by the president to ensure that these projects are given to local contractors. These who are still lagging behind, most of them are coming from outside Kaoma.
And the contractor appealed to government to continue empowering the local contractors.
The site handover was done on the 11th of May. Then we moved on site after mobilizing for almost a week. We moved on site on 25th May. Then we finished on the 1st August. I would like to thank the government for empowering local contractors, and I wish that the government can do more.
Sifue Mwangala in Kaoma District, Western Province.
In environmental news, government is set to implement an expanded response to climate resilience in development program to address climate change issues in the country. Victor Mwila reports from Ikelenge district that the initial part of the project, which has received support from the Climate Initiative Fund, will be undertaken in Central, Copperbelt and Northwestern provinces.
From Ikelenge district in Northwestern province to other parts of Zambia, Africa's 4th longest water channel, the Zambezi River, flows relentlessly across 5 other countries on the continent. Here, at the source of one of Zambia's most resourceful rivers, the government has started preparing a project that will inform nature-based solutions to protect the ecosystem against climate change. Government has received support from the Climate Initiative Fund, CIF, for an expanded response to climate resilience in development, ICRID program. The project is covering parts of Central, Copperbelt and Northwestern province.
The sources of the major rivers in the country are actually in Northwestern province. Starting with the Kafua River, the source is Northwestern province. The mighty Zambezi River, which actually also covers about 5 countries, the source is actually in Northwestern province and here in Ikelenge, where we are actually starting our scoping mission.
The Ministry of Green Economy is implementing the ICRID program at a cost of $980,000 grant support from CIF.
The engagements have been very fruitful. We've gathered quite a lot of information that will help us design this project. The approach we're taking is a bottom-up approach. We would want evidence and information from the ground to inform how the project itself will be shaped.
The civic leadership in Ikelenge has made submissions on what the district needs to do to address climate change issues in the area.
Some projects like farming blocks, so that we can give these farming blocks to our farmers in order to leave the area for the source of the Zambezi River.
Victor Mwila for Zanis in Ikelenyi, Northwestern Province.
In Eastern Province, Chikondi Farm Agri-Business Cooperative in Katete District has procured a tractor from the grant they received from the Department for International Development so as to enhance agriculture productivity. The grant is part of the financing support under the Enhancing Smallholder Business Agribusiness Promotion Program being implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture. Here's a report.
As the country advances in its pursuit to make the agriculture sector the vehicle of economic emancipation, technology and mechanization has become paramount. It is for this reason that Chikondi Farm Agribusiness Cooperative Society Limited in Katete District has been supported with a grant to procure a tractor and associated equipment. Chikondi Farm Cooperative Chairperson ran through the financial commitments made to procure the equipment.
After the pamozi tunapemba kugongwera aba isapo so tunalipira 10%. So 10% iyo tunalipira in kind 270,000, then in cash 220,000. So wome wanati funding and drama zo na 1,984,114 kwacha. So is on drama wanati funding yezameti nakula tractor hii na zo 7 zake zote.
Speaking during the flag-off of the tractor and its various associated equipment, Katete District Commissioner Malan Zimba has reiterated the new Dawn's commitment to uplifting people's living standards.
Hapa sana lekana ya malonda ya kule kuti akaone kuti batandiza babana tikatandiza so bena na bena asoza. Congratulations. This is what this government is standing for, to help you, uplift you from the shackles of poverty so that you can become self-reliant.
Hope Walia, Katete District, Eastern Province.
In Wapula Province, Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Nicholas Piri, has directed all local authorities in the country to work with the District Education Board Secretary, DEBS, in assessing the number of desks required in primary schools. We have more in this report.
Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Nicholas Piri, has assured Chieftainess Kanyembo of the Lunda people of Chelenge District that government will soon address the shortage of desks and classroom space in primary schools around the country. Mr. Piri disclosed this when he called on the Chieftainess at her palace in Chelenge District.
For the desks, we have asked all the local authorities to work with the DEBS and assess the number of desks that we require and prioritize them under the CDF. And so, Your Royal Highness, I'm happy to report to you that your local authority, the Council Secretary is here, has assured me that they have all the statistics in terms of the number of desks that we require, and that this year they are going to prioritize the purchase of desks. So I can assure you, as soon as we receive that application from the Chelenge Council, it will be approved expressly.
Earlier, Chieftainess Kanyembo, who spoke through her representative David Mukuka, bemoaned the lack of desks and classroom space in primary schools located in her chiefdom.
The other point has to also deal with the primary schools within her chiefdom, which are lacking desks, and some have fewer classroom blocks, which are unable to accommodate pupils in primary schools. That is one of the major challenges with the introduction of free education. Most of these children are unable to attend class because the classrooms are full.
Chipili Makasa, reporting for Zanis in Chelenge District.
From Southern Province, The Choma Farmers Association has called on poultry farmers to utilize the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, to boost their business ventures. More in this report.
The recent increment in prices of a day-old chick from 14 kwacha to 15 kwacha has raised concern among poultry farmers in Choma District. Gideon Monga, who is Choma District Cooperative Society Chairman, is concerned with this development.
Businesses bad due to increased prices of day-old chicks and feeds. We also feel to increase the price of chickens.
He has made a further call on government.
According to government idea of organized groups to sell to supermarkets.
However, Choma Farmers Association has advised poultry farmers to diversify their trade.
As poultry farmers, there are so many ways that we can tackle this issue of the increase of the price in feed and chicks. One way is to add value to the chickens that we produce. The other way is even to come up with the cooperatives and groups and source for markets.
Luana Lianda, Zanis, Choma District, Southern Province.
You are watching Zanis News on ZNBC TV1. Now, from the northern part of the country, Kasama Girls Secondary School has purchased a 6-ton Tata truck worth 671,000 kwacha, of which part of the funds were raised from the production unit. Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu handed over the truck with a call on other schools to embrace production units. Helen Waller witnessed the handover.
Production units in schools are not only essential for income generation, but also for equipping the learners with life skills. Kasama Girls Secondary is one such school which is generating income from vegetable cultivation, poultry, and fish farming. School management, in partnership with the Parents Committee, contributed 20% savings from the production unit towards the procurement of a truck worth 671,000 kwacha. And Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu officially handed over a Tata truck to Kasama Girls Secondary School.
It's a machine which has been procured at a cost of 671,000. 20% came from the savings. And for me, that is the most important aspect of this one. The savings by the school management. And if all the schools can learn from what is happening at Kasama Boarding School, I'm sure the challenges that we are facing transport-wise will be a thing of the past.
Now Mlambwa is Northern Provincial Education Officer.
Kasama Boarding Secondary School had challenges in terms of transport. Parents from that institution came up with initiative, of course, with the school management to contribute some resources, and they were able to buy the truck.
Kasama Girls Secondary School head teacher, Fales Mumbi, explains that a truck will cushion transportation challenges at the school.
We depend on the boarding section, and the boarding section demands firewood. So this truck is going to help us to ferry firewood from the bush to the school. It is also going to help us to carry teaching and learning materials from where we'll be buying them from to the school.
There was jubilation from the pupils as the Tata truck arrived at the school premises. Helen Walia for Zanis in Kasama, Northern Province.
Interesting news there. Now, finally in the news, Minister of Education Douglas Siakalima has called on the private sector to supplement government's efforts in providing quality education to all children in the country. Mr. Siakalima was speaking when he officiated at the donation of assorted learning materials by Clapton Reassurance Limited at Jedida Learning Step School in Lusaka. Here's a report.
Education is a basic human right that works to raise men and women out of poverty and ensure sustainable development. To this effect, a couple of Makeni area took an initiative to set up a school in the outskirts of Makeni to help children who cannot walk long distances.
We could easily say it's just CSR, but we are not CSR.
To us, it's not just those 3 words. To us, this is love. To us, this is kindness. To us, this is you seeing our hearts and coming to help us up, and that means the world of a difference.
Supporting the cause, Clapton Reinsurance Limited donated assorted learning materials to Jedida Learning Steps.
We have been doing business as Clapton Re. We have a corporate social responsibility policy, and as a startup, we decided to align ourselves to education, a sector which we have prioritized as government. To this effect, we've been looking around to see how we could partner and supplement government efforts in terms of promoting the education sector.
Government commended Clapton for responding to the educational needs of vulnerable children.
I hope many of our companies or institutions will emulate Clapton to go where need is required. And I've checked around here, madam, you are doing a great job. This is as it should be. Government alone cannot probably get everybody. This is why we struggle to say that kid who cannot afford must be given a chance to be in school.
Indeed, choosing to invest in education, to invest in the future of these children that are gathered here, because indeed education is the best gift that anybody can ever give.
Surely, this support is a step towards achieving government's vision of ensuring that every Zambian child attains an education. Reporting for Zanis in Lusaka.
As we end Zanis News, a recap on the headlines. Lufwanyama Town Council procures earth-moving equipment. Government boosts climate change programs. Plus, Chikondi Cooperative empowered with farming machinery. Thank you for staying with us. Now remember, we are one Zambia, one nation. My name is Juliet Mtele saying bye-bye and God bless.